and with all the slowdown what we have seen in the economy, I am glad that I've been doing this under commercial, so there has not been any challenge, or there have been hiccups, but not the way a typical residential broker is facing in the industry today. We are very much satisfied with our success, with our growth, and to give a better perspective, we are in the process of starting our own commercial focused brokerage, a franchise from DLC
Wow.
under the name Equify Lending Solution. So the three
Wow, wow,
partners.
wow, wow. Looks like you're on a move to make some big waves here. But hey, let's get back. Let's go back to the beginning. So that everybody knows what's going on and who you are. So introduce who you are. Because I didn't get the blurb. I was supposed to give you an introduction. I would have glad to give you an awesome introduction. But the only thing we have is that we met way back in 2022 when you took the commercial financing mastery workshop, right? Ever since, it we haven't stay in touch over the years, other than commercial mortgage mastery Facebook group, right? So
Yes.
give us
So
a little introduction about Randhir.
so my name Randhir Sandhu. I am currently working with DLC National as a team lead with my own team. I've been brokering for now more than 5 years. I've been a banker for last 18 years or 20 years, 18 years with ICICI Bank Canada. Prior to that, in India with Citibank. So I've been a hardcore banker by qualification. I'm a chartered accountant from India. That's a brief background about me. But I started brokering in 2020 during the COVID, and my key area or focus area from day one has always been commercials. I started with small business loans, CSBL. So we have done quite a lot business loans under CSBL. Take a pizza store, grocery store, convenience store. So that's been my success story. I've done financing maybe in last 5 year, 100 CSBL loans. Now we have done loan, we just got one approval for around a Turtle Jack in Burlington, purchase price 1.8, financing around 1.3.
Nice.
So that's the success story. That's the journey which we have been. Uh, After CSBL, after getting into CSBL, we started moving into the real estate backed properties, plaza financing. That's are there, and uh, we are in the process. When I say we, I have my partners with me. So we are a team of three professionals who are starting a new brokerage under the name of Equify Lending Solution, which would be a franchisee of DLC. We
Yeah.
have already signed the FDD, and we hope that our franchisee is live by May 2026. And
Wow.
two partners,
Yeah, soon.
one of the partner is a regional VP. He was regional VP with Meridian. Another is an ex-banker. So we are a team of bankers, ex-bankers who are focused on the commercial banking. We do residential, but today also I'll say that my 60% of the book is on the commercial segment.
Wow. That's a big change from 5 years ago, hey?
Yeah. So and we have always been explaining to every other broker, every other agent that the future is in commercial. And I understand a lot of agents, a lot of brokers want to do commercial, but my only take to them is that it's a different ball game. You need to understand a lot, and you need to have a patience on doing a deal. Any deal, the residential deal, you can get it done within 2 days. You can submit the deal today, you can have the approval tomorrow. But on a commercial side, it's a patience. It can take around average on a deal is around 1 month to 2 months to get an approval. Alloys can come in 24 hours, but I don't consider alloys as an approval.
That's right.
So
That's right.
that's the difference between there's a big difference between an approval and alloys, which most of the brokers who are on the resident
Yeah.
side do not understand. There's a
Yeah,
journey in
I
there.
guess the LOI, it's basically just a discussion letter, and a letter of interest is basically what it is. And you know, I guess a lot of brokers don't understand that. They take that as, oh, it's an approval. No, it's just like, we like what you have, but we have to check everything else. Yeah, then you get the
Yes.
final approval. That's a commitment letter then, right?
Yeah. So that's a journey. We just closed a property in Toronto. The client has been running a robotic schools for last couple of years. Uh, he wanted to buy a property and start the operations from there. So it was a 1.8 million purchase. We got him 80% financing on that property from BMO.
Nice.
Yeah, so,
80%.
we also,
That's and you know, a lot of people don't understand this. Is 80%. It sounds easy in residential, but on commercial, anything over 75% is very tough. So
oh,
very good job, man, Randhir. All right.
very few people understand that what that getting 80% financing. What is the challenge in commercial in getting 80%? So we've come across a lot of agents, a lot of realtors uh, who wants to do commercial, but they do not understand the commercial. And I tell them that it's you have to be patient. And we see once we interact with the realtor in first meeting, we understand that whether he has done commercial or not.
Yeah. Quickly. I mean, it's pretty quick. I mean, you know, you have to speak the language. You have to know the way that we, you know, the way that we qualify is not, it's not the same. You know, it's just entirely
It's never.
different.
It's never.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Very good.
that's a
Very good.
success.
Very
And
good.
uh, our focus is very clear that we would be focusing more on a commercial book. And uh, as we grow, we are taking up agents on board, but we're looking for a serious agents who want to join us and who wants to do
Okay.
business. We are
That's
not a
perfect.
brokerage.
So tell us about your current system right now. Like how many full-time agents do you have that do commercial? How many admin staff, underwriting, or what do you currently have?
So we have around 10 agents working with us.
Okay.
All the
Good
agents are
size.
productive. So we don't have any agent, who just parked the license. We don't take those
Part
agents
time.
on board. Yeah.
Good.
Agent who is into the industry, agent who is interested in doing business, we are ready to hire them. We are not a brokerage or a team which would be running behind numbers of agent. We are brokerage or
Okay.
team which would be running behind the person who is interested in doing a business. We are ready to support them
So you
in their journey.
so you're basically looking for somebody who is competent, who wants to put all the effort into in increasing their skill level,
Yes.
right?
So
Yeah, not
in
just
our
demo.
office, as on date, we have two staff. One is dedicated for the CSBL underwriting. We have another for our
Okay.
residential underwriting. We are also
Okay.
in the process of hiring one or two more underwriters in the team as we grow up in the coming year.
Yeah,
And
to
we
support
would be
additional. Yeah.
and additional staff, because as we are increasing, as we are working, as the volumes are increasing, we are finding it very tough to cope up with all the deals and the time we have on a file.
Isn't that awesome? Isn't it awesome that in the worst economic time in Canada, you're having a hard time accepting more applications for deals to get to go through you?
No, I would say
That's
that, see,
that's a good problem.
Yeah, that's
That's
a good problem.
to
And
have.
there is always an opportunity. And with businesses, if you are in commercial segment, the opportunity is endless.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. So basically, what have you learned? The biggest aha moment that you've learned in the last few years.
See, when we say what we have learned, every deal is different. There is no fixed formula on a commercial. If somebody tells me that, you know what, I want to buy.
Not a boring day. Not a boring day in commercial financing.
No, never. Every deal is pretty different. Every scenario is different. And every deals may not fit every bank. So we have to, for last 3 years, we've been evolving. We work aggressively with BMO, RBC, TD. We started working with Scotia. So when we send a deal to the bank, it is almost package, and the bankers appreciate the way the deals have been presented to them. It saves their time, and they see that they've been working with a professional who understands the deal.
Bang on. Same thing when I was at CIBC. Is like when I get any deal referred to me, I said, "Oh my God, I hope this guy's." I'm here like I hope this guy's know what the hell he's doing.
No. I see
So
that's the challenge.
all your commercial account managers love you, right? Because they receive something from Randhir's group. Then oh, it's gonna be packaged. Everything's gonna be in here. There's only one or two questions I gotta ask. Pretty much, right?
Well, that's the case with all our deals, which have been packaged and sent to the bankers. It takes time to understand that. When I started with my first deal, when I approached the banker, they were a bit skeptical. Does this person understand the deal? Would be able to do the deal? But after doing couple of deals, they do appreciate the way the business is coming. I'll give you the biggest example. How did I grow? So
Yes.
a client came to
How did you
me to
grow?
buy a pizza store,
Okay.
and he came to me through a referral. We discussed with him. We explained him that this is how the deal would be structured, and this is how I would help you out. He was happy. He agreed, and he did everything on it. But when the client came back, uh, went back to his realtor, the realtor said that I have never heard of this individual. And I don't think that he knows commercials, because it's a different thing. You should not work with new individuals. But the client was adamant that I know this person because I have met him through a good reference and I trust him. We did that deal successfully. Apparently, the realtor had a similar deal with another broker. We got him a better approval on the same deal. And that was a turning point in my career. That broker referred me. That broker was initially not ready to work. He referred me multiple clients, multiple realtors. Uh, till date, I do receive a call from various realtors. It is purely on referral. I have, as a team, we have not even advertised on any social media platform till date.
Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing. The success is
Right?
a hard work. It's never there is no shortcut to it.
Yep. It's called being outstanding, right? You know, when you are competent and you're an expert, a specialist, especially when everybody knows that this subject is not easy. This subject is very complex. Things can go bad real quick, right?
Well,
Unlike residential, right?
it doesn't take time to deal to go out of control. But what the difference between my team or any other broker who's trying to start is that we underwrite the deal. I have met quite a lot of brokers. They said we have done so many deals on CSBL. We have done so many commercial. But when I spoke to them, when I had a small discussion with them, we understood that they don't. They're just a mediator. So they take the documents from the client, they assign, give it to another accountant who prepare review for them. They send the file to a banker, and that's it. So they are
Yeah,
not even aware what is
yeah,
happening on the file.
yeah.
Whereas on our files,
They were just heavily relying on the person that working at the bank instead of
yes,
looking at the deal. Does this make sense? Does the financials look good? Is projections accurate? Is it even, is it realistic? Right? Yeah, like that's part of the underwriting. That's part of mortgage brokering, right? That's what you guys are actually doing versus a lot of the brokers are just sending it in and say, crossing their fingers. I hope this loan gets approved,
yeah. So
right?
very much. So my success rate has been around 90-95% on all the deals taken so far.
That's good. And so forgive me, but I think a lot of the people who's going to watch this and saying that, wow, Randhir is bragging like he gets 9% of all the deals approved. No, that's not what Randhir says. Randhir says of the deals that he accepts, that he takes. So that means Randhir looks at maybe 1,000 file, he may only accept 200, right? So that he
Very much.
knows that this is doable.
That is the fact. So we don't, when a client comes to us or a realtor refers any client for a business loan to us or any commercial transaction, we evaluate our own through our own underwriting modules. And if we find the client is not qualified, we upfront tell the client that, sorry, we cannot help you out. You may have to find somebody else who could be able to do it. Because in commercial, time is of essence. Once you take a file, and once you receive the documentation from the client, it takes long hours to review and then take a decision. And if you waste a time, the client does not have much of a time, because the seller has it's a signed contract, but the seller has a fixed time schedule, and he needs that deal to close in a specific time frame. So it's better to tell the client initially, if you cannot do it, it's better so that he can find somebody else to do the transaction.
That's a nice way of saying you need to bring more money, you need to get more experience, or somebody else to the table that's stronger.
Yeah, very much, very much. I'll just give you another example. We received a client a couple of weeks ago. He bought a property for 2.5 million. He said that nice I want a mortgage, 80% mortgage on it. Once we reviewed the documentation, we told him that the property is not even worth 1 million. At the most I can get you is 600K mortgage. So if you have balance amount, we can discuss. Otherwise, you have to find somebody else.
And what was the result?
The client was with somebody else in the market for more than 3 months. He was struggling with some other broker, and so the broker did not even let him know what is happening on the file for last 3 months.
Oh my goodness. You see the difference? You see the difference between competence and incompetence, right?
Very much.
Competence is knowing, it's not just knowing your craft, but it's like knowing when you should start. Forget about just accepting everything, right? And I think that's one of the biggest secret of scaling. And I think you pretty much reached that level where, okay, I get it now, but I need to scale. And I think that's the first thing that everybody needs to learn before they start scaling is, okay, I got to quickly determine whether this is a good deal. This is going to take me maybe an hour, 2 hours to look through it, right? I don't know what the average time is, well, on a certain deal. Like small business lending is pretty quick, but on real estate commercial deal, it can take hours, right? And as you mentioned, as you mentioned, could you imagine having 30 deals that you want to look through to see which one is doable or not? Even the average is like 2 hours each. Forget 2 hours, 1 hour each. 30 hours worth of stuff here in front of me. That could take the whole week.
Very much.
The whole week is blown, right? So, yeah, you have to learn really quick to say no, like you have, rather than having somebody dragging along for 3 months. Could you imagine dragging somebody along for 3 months, 30 different files? What the amount of stress you got to deal with? Just say no.
Yeah, it's better to say no. See, there is always an option for a client. There is always somebody else who can handle it. We need to be clear what
somebody who has more time to waste.
Completely agree.
Yeah, somebody has more time to waste and to kill than you and I do. Well, that's awesome. That's a great lesson, for people to learn, especially when they grow and to break into commercial financing. What other lessons did you learn? Like looking back about the mistakes that maybe you learned early on, that maybe you can give as an example, right?
Yeah, so the power which I have on a file today to say is that as a new broker, as a new agent, I also started accepting quite files, every file which is coming on my table, because I was eager to grow, eager to do business. But now I see that there is very limited time, and as you grow, you have volumes, so you don't have to look into every file. There is a better to say no to a file. Uh, and the second most thing is that you need to learn to delegate the work. You cannot be doing every stuff on your own. When I started, I used to do entire projections, entire credit note, but now I have teams working, people working with me who helps me the projection. I have prepared my Excel-based formulas for the teams to go through it, review it. So my team prepares a documentation, team prepares the notes, and that is helping me scale up my business. If I were to do everything
Nice.
on my own, I may not be able to scale or to reach to the position where I want to be.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yes. So for every broker, every agent, first 5 deal, first 10 deal, you may do it on your own. But once you learn the business, once you really want to it, you need to learn to delegate, and everything cannot be done on your desk.
That's great advice, Randhir. Especially when you want to grow beyond 10, 12 deals a year, right? I think at one time in my career, I've gone up to over 116 deals per year, and that was just flat out working 7 days a week, right? No life, not even family life, and I think that's a wrong thing to do. Knowing what I've known today and going through what I've learned, I'm sure you have done the same thing. It's like this is probably not ideal. I mean, my family loves me, and I think I better give time to my family, or else they're not going to love me too much anymore, right?
Very much, very much. We need to give time to the family. Ultimately, we all work for money, but the money is, what's the point of that money if you cannot spend time with your family?
Exactly. And I think you got a great idea there, and I appreciate you, by the way, coming onto the show and giving you the insight that you guys have done successfully in the past few years. That's amazing. I mean, you say over 100 small business Canadian small business lending file. That's pretty darn good. I know that there's another colleague in Toronto that's doing like he's doing on average, I think like at the beginning, 20 to 25 small business per month, because he had the same thing. He had a team of 5 or 6 people, right, to underwrite, to help everything. Because just like you, like I can't fathom doing 100 projections. There's just not enough time for me to do that. So if you don't delegate, luckily you got accounting background, and I'm sure you got the tools and templates that you've given out to your admin staff to do now, which is brilliant, right? And that's a way to scale and attract new talent, right? You say, hey, look, Randhir here, and we got this group that we're specializing in. We're having a commercial desk. We're setting up here, dedicated commercial financing. We have the underwriter for that. They do projections. You do everything. Your job is to figure out what the client is, quickly see if they have the proper experience, proper numbers, proper funds, capital available, right, before and after, because a lot of people don't have the support staff, so they do everything all themselves. They get overwhelmed, right? So that's commendable that you have a system set up now, and the tools already there. Now you're the next level to scale, right? Man, I'm excited. I can't imagine. So you're gonna do like 500-600 small business deals per year. That's gonna be amazing. That's all you need. You have 5-6 staff to take care of, dedicated individually for each section, right? Your job, my job is BDM business, right? Business development, right? Training, mentoring, right? Mentoring and feedback. Because I love working with people like you, right? You have 3-4 people in a room. Here we got a big deal, complicated here, $2, $3, $4, $5 million here. Let's put a brain together, right? Mastermind and hash this out. How do we tackle this? Right? So I'm very excited. Right?
It's nice.
So your goal this year is, your goal this year is what? To hire how many people are you looking for at the beginning?
So our process right now is that we are in the process of setting up the brokerage. So we maybe by end of November, our application would go to the FISRA for our brokerage. And the second step would be scaling up the team. We are looking for the right-minded individual who want to work, who wants to grow. We will the target is that we should be reaching around 25 to 30 agents, not beyond that. We will not be going to be a brokerage of 200 agents ever. That's not our target.
Good. I like to hear that. Something you can control and keep an eye on, right? Because you don't want to lose control. And if some of the agents are doing something fraudulent because there's too many of them to supervise, that happens, right? I think that's a good size, 25 30. Yeah.
It does happen in the industry that you have agents. See, every brokerage has their own structure of managing the business. So I'm not against anybody having 200, 300 agents. It's their structure, their way of doing business. But I'm only against an agent who wants to come to the industry, but he doesn't want to do business. So I don't want an agent who's just grumpy enough from his boss and he just got a license and then he does not know what to do.
Well, I mean, you're looking for probably more experienced broker who want to grow to the next level, right? That's for what you're looking for. Dedicated agents, not part-timer, right?
Yeah, no. We even the part-timers are okay. We are not against having a part-timer. We are only interested in a broker who is interested in doing business. That means even if he's ready to bring files, you want to spend time in understand the business. I'll give an example. Prior to this, I was into another brokerage. I had a team of 30 agents working with me over there. But apparently, out of those 30, there were only 4 agents who were working. Rather, 26 agents never even bothered to call us. So I'm against those 26 agents.
Well, what are they doing?
That's the tragedy. So the people take up the license, assuming that with license they'll get the business.
No, that doesn't how it works. You hang up a license with the sign at the front, broker for hire. That doesn't work.
So
that's good. Yeah, so you're looking for somebody. So you're looking for our workers. So that's what you really want to say. You're looking for somebody who wants to work. It's not about the status whether they're working part-time or full-time. 20 or 30 hours doesn't matter. If you're working 20 hours, put in 20 hours, right? Yeah, that's good. Okay, good. Cool. Well, it's been fabulous, Randhir. Any last minute advice you want to give, perhaps for some broker who's interested in pursuing commercial financing, but they're on the fence. They're like, well, maybe it's not. I don't know. I've been following Sua. I've been seeing Randhir, but not sure. What do you have to say to those brokers?
I would say to any of those brokers is that whatever you want to do and venture into commercial, first get yourself understanding about what the financials are, what is the key requirement. It's better to do some certification, some course. There are very if you look on the FISRA website, if you look on any other segmentation, there are not many courses, but Sue has a very good training module where he provides you in-depth knowledge and understanding of the commercial segments. So if you're really interested in doing commercial, first understand. But when you join the module, spend time in reading the documentation. As a commercial broker, you need to read. You need to go through the numbers.
You go back to school again.
Yes, you have to read the lease. You have to read the clauses on the lease. Sometimes you may have to act as a lawyer also on a commercial deal, because there are clauses which could break your deal, which the client is not aware. So you need to know what is that. So you have to spend time on commercial. So it's better to have some training, have a right mentor on your team who is ready to teach you to do commercial.
Right on. Good advice. Don't try doing it your own. Don't try to throw the deals at the bankers and hopefully they can do the work for you, right? Earn your pays, basically what you're saying. Is it worth it? 100 odd files, small business, plus how many more commercial real estate deals as well this year? I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. Very proud of you. What have you done? Awesome. Hey, look forward to hearing more about your success, Randhir, and I appreciate you for your time. Thank you for coming on the show, and we're gonna post this in the near future, and I'll give you the links and everything to give to your network as well. Kudos, congratulations. Look forward to see you 2026, my friend.
Yeah, thank you.